Do you approach life from a place of scarcity or abundance? Today, I'm going to show you 5 steps to develop that abundance mindset so you can attract more prosperity in your life. Hi, my name is Alexandra Neal. I'm a certified high performance coach, and I work with women to help them rewire their beliefs so they can rewrite their stories, become better parents, leaders, friends, make a greater impact in their community, be a change agent in the workplace, and live a full, abundant life. So it's been about 6 months since the day I left my corporate job. So when I was in my 20s and my 30s, I chased different things. I chased the money, I chased the recognition, I chased the titles. And as I got older and as my career continued to progress, I started to develop or to look at things in a different way. And I started looking inwards instead of looking outwards and thinking more about what I wanted my legacy to be. And since I left, I've had the opportunity to reconnect with old friends, acquaintances, people I hadn't spoken to in a long time. And the most wonderful thing that's happened is that I've been able to connect with new people that are open, they're receptive, they're willing to share their insights, to share their stories, to share information that can also help you grow. And what I'm finding is the common aspect amongst all these people is their ability to see that there is enough for everyone. So they have and they embody that abundance mindset. People that have a scarcity mindset feel that in order for me to win, that means you have to lose. So they always feel like they have to defend their piece of the pie, and they're constantly living in a defensive position. Whereas when you have an abundance mindset and you believe that there's plenty enough for everyone, there are no limits to what you can do because abundance itself has no limits. So they seek situations where everyone benefits from each other's skills and really everybody is better off in the long run. Now, there are many benefits to adopting an abundance mindset. We know that success is a choice. It's not something that happens to you by chance. It's something that you consciously decide to grow through your thoughts and your action. And when you hold an abundance mindset, it allows you to notice all of the good things that are around you, whether it's the resources, the people, the things that you're grateful for. It makes me think of children because when children are small, their natural tendency is to just be optimistic. Everything seems easy because most aren't really worried about what's coming next. They're not worried as much about competing with one another. Granted, there are differences between children, but by and large, they have that optimism and that openness, right? And that's what abundance is. Tony Robbins says, where focus goes, energy flows, right? So what does that mean for us? It means that we always get more of what we focus on. So when we're always thinking about the negatives, the scarcity, the pitfalls of an endeavor or another, then those are eventually the things that we end up attracting in our life. And so that's why it's important to have that abundance mindset because you attract and you bring that positive energy and all of those opportunities into your life. So the 5 steps to creating an abundance mindset are the following. First, you have to recognize that such a thing exists. Abundance is a mindset, and people who believe in that abundance work together to create more abundance and more opportunities for each other, whereas people that come from a scarcity mindset are always going to be fighting for whatever they have, whatever little bit they have, and they're always operating from a defensive position. They always feel like they have to, protect their territory. And even though abundance means that there is enough for everyone, we also have to be willing and open to welcoming that in our life. We have to be willing to be vulnerable, and that takes practice. And there are 3 ways that really, as I say, 3 ways that you can start to recognize that abundance mindset in your own life. The first one is practicing gratitude. Tony also said, when you're grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears. And that's so true. Just be grateful for all of the wonderful things that you have in your life, from the smallest to the biggest. Take time for yourself and practice your own self-care. You have to be able to be at peace with yourself so you can open your heart and allow yourself to be vulnerable, to allow those things to come into your life. And the last one is practice mindfulness. We all talk about, taking some time to just meditate and think about the things that are important to us. Step number 2 is use your thoughts to change your current system of belief. So start by looking at yourself. Look into where that unwillingness to share, that unwillingness to be open might be coming from, and maybe try to find in those moments what were the lessons you were supposed to learn. And then once you know what the lesson is, have the willingness to move beyond that and to integrate that so you can keep moving forward and have that abundance. So there are 3 different ways in which you can gain more awareness. First is journaling. The more you journal, the more your self-awareness comes to light, and you can really look at what's holding you back. And then start small, start to be more vulnerable with the people that you trust, and start to experience that feeling so that you can see that it's not threatening, and it can be a positive experience. And also seek out people that are different from you, people that think differently from you, because when we're always in our bubble, it's very difficult to open ourselves up to other influences. Whereas the more times we can bring new people in our circle, we can think about things in a different way, we are open to ideas that are different from ours, that's when we start that shift to gain more of that abundance. Step number 3 is to incorporate more of that abundance mindset into your daily life, and by noticing how abundant your own life is, how much you're surrounded with, and really sharing that with others, because it's important to remember that abundance doesn't come from being greedy or selfish, but it really comes from a place of giving. The more we give, the more we get. The more we hold on to things, the less we open ourselves up for those opportunities. So 3 ways to do that. 1, take ownership of your growth. Decide that you want to change rather than change being dumped upon you. Circumstances will happen in your life that are going to force you to change. But power comes in when you actually take control of your ability to choose where you want to grow and how you want to grow. And that in itself will make you less vulnerable for those moments, or better prepared, let's say, for those moments when change does come into your life and forces you to do something different. Believe that the universe has your back, because it does. I can't tell you how many times I've been reminded of that, in that I think about something and I decide this is the way that I want to move forward. And all of a sudden, all of these opportunities appear. People reach out to me out of nowhere to connect. I've had the opportunity to collaborate with different people on different things. And that's because I put out in the universe what I wanted, and the universe gave me exactly what I asked for. So be specific and also be positive. And then finally, believe that there's more than enough for everyone, and find ways to make your interactions a win-win for everyone, not just for yourself. Step number 4, look for the good in other people. Even if in that moment, in a particular interaction, you don't like them very much, you don't want to be around them all the time, just when you focus on people that have different opinions than yours, instead of feeling threatened, use that to build a better mousetrap. Build something better, build something stronger, something that leverages everyone's strength, because you'll be better off for it, and so will the people that you're working with. So how to do this? Collaborate with people and generously exchange and share your knowledge, because that's when the magic starts to happen. Offer to help other people with no expectation of return. That's what abundance is. That's what giving is all about. When we give wholeheartedly without the expectation of having anything in return, again, that's where the magic happens. And then build trust with other people. Find common ground and embrace each other's differences. The last step in creating that abundance mindset is prioritizing and taking time for yourself. So we never have, or I should say, we feel like we never have enough time to complete everything that's on our agenda and everything that's on our list. But know this, there is always time to do the most important things, whether that is working on a key project, spending time with those we love, or even taking care of ourselves. It's really about prioritizing where we want to put our energy so we get the biggest bang for our buck. So if we're focusing on the minutia instead of focusing on the needle movers, that's going to make a difference in terms of how quickly you grow and how quickly you move forward. So how do you do that? Prioritize the heck out of your time. Just identify the important things that deserve your attention and make sure you dedicate your time to those endeavors, and weaponize your agenda so you're super focused and have the discipline to stick to it. People say, or some people believe, that by having an agenda, by following their calendar during the day, they feel that it's constricting. But what I found in my experience has been that when I have an agenda and I follow that agenda, I feel so much more freedom because I'm not spending a whole lot of time thinking about what I'm going to do next. I just go from one thing to the next. I build in my breaks. I build in my time to maybe, take a step back during the day, but I'm really focused when I need to be focused. And then delegate the things that are not important, but maybe are urgent. So if you have a team or if you have people supporting you, maybe it's about taking something that you don't like doing so much, but needs to be done, but it doesn't need to be, but it's urgent and needs to be done right away. Delegate that to someone whose wheelhouse it's in, because it's going to empower them. It's going to make them feel good that they're supporting you, and it's also going to give them something to do that they enjoy doing. So all in all, adopting an abundance mindset is important, and it's key to realizing that the opportunities out there are really endless, and it opens the door for possibilities to come into your life that maybe would never have come into your life. It allows you to live really a more successful and fulfilling life because you're approaching life from the perspective of more than versus the perspective of lack and having to, always chase. So I'd love to hear what steps you're going to take this week to start living a life of abundance. Let me know. I'd love to really hear how you're going to do that. And if you want more detail, click on the link below for my blog, and where I go into a bit more detail on each of these points. And I'll talk to you soon. I hope this has served you. Take care. Bye.